We're always asking you guys for new video ideas, and one of the most common requests we get is to see what is in our roll. So in today's video, the Sharp Squad members are each going to go over what is in their kit. As you might imagine, we all have quite a few knives, so we're going to limit the selection to our top 3 picks from our own personal collection. So before we get started here, guys, we would love to hear from you. Let us know whose kit is the best down below in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe this video for more knife-related content in the future. Without any further ado, we're gonna get started with our newest hire, Hansan, the manager at our Etobicoke location. Hansan?
Hi, I'm Hansan. I'm manager at the Etobicoke location in Sharp Knife Shop. Today I'm gonna show my 3 favorite knives. This is the Yu Kurosaki Shizuku R2 210mm Gyuto. This one was my first Japanese knife when I started working like 2017 in Toronto. I use it every day, and also it's my first knife with a powder steel, which is R2. I still really like it, and I got really big chip for first day. The size looks like really short right now, but it was like this big. This is 240 Nanox custom blue handle Gyuto. This guy was, I can say, was my dream knife. Personally, I like the western handle, like something like balanced. That's why I got it, but actually I haven't used it because it's too fancy to use it. That's why it looks like new condition right now. This is the Seishin 270mm Takobiki white number 2. And this one is when I left my first job in Toronto. It's like Spanish tapas restaurant. There was chef, and then he left, and then another chef came. They were friends. So another chef they gave me when I left it, and then it was actually owned by first chef, and then he gave to second chef. The second chef gave to me. So this when I got it, it was like really rusty and then bended a little bit. I just trying to fix myself. Now it looks like knife. Of course there are no ura in it. Okay, this is my 3 favorite knife I showed today. Thank you very much.
Nice knives, Hansan. My name is Ian. I joined Sharp over in, I guess, November would probably be when I started, end of November or so. I have brought my 3 favorite knives here. We will start from, I guess, smallest to biggest. Starting with my petty here. It is my Itetsu Kuruchi petty. It was the first knife I actually bought at Sharp. So this is a 150mm petty. Shirogami number 2, and we used to carry these, but the sharpener that used to work with the blacksmith, they stopped working together, so things didn't really look as nice afterwards. The grinds on them weren't as nice, so we stopped carrying them in the end. Not something you can really grab anymore. Also kind of cool, because now I have something that others can't get. My next knife would probably be my Moritaka Ishimi Nakiri. It's made out of Aogami number 2. It is about 165 millimeters. It was probably the first knife that I bought that was really nice. Not everybody really likes Nakiris. Some people have very strong thoughts on Nakiris. I personally really like my Nakiri. I like bringing it out a lot, partially just because it looks really cool. So yeah. It's probably one of my most reached for knives. Actually, at this point, second most reached for knife because of the new knife I have, which I will be showing next on the big boy. Thick. Lastly, I will be showing my Mirian Forge Gyuto. It's probably in the like 215 to 220 millimeter mark. Came to me a little bit shorter than what I expected, but still came as a really sweet knife. It's made out of a steel called 1.2562, which is a carbon steel. It is fully ironclad. It was a full custom-made knife by a guy in Czechoslovakia, as I said, Mirian Forge. I probably reached for it the most at this point. Haven't had it for a super long time. It's a really sweet, nice, thick knife. Thick. I like a workhorse knife when it comes to my Gyuto especially. I don't like lasers as much because I don't like to be afraid of using my knife. Not that I abuse them by any means, but I don't like that risk. So this is probably my favorite knife at this point and will be for a while. All right, those are my top 3, and next we're checking out Ben's.
All right, thanks Ian. My name's Ben, and these are my 3 favorite knives. First up is my Matsumi Hinora. This is an ironclad Shirogami 2 240mm Gyuto. Out of all the knives I own, I would say this is my most used. Fun knife to sharpen, came with reasonably flat bevels, not too much work to set up. Steel takes a great edge, good edge retention for Shirogami. And yeah, also with this guy, big fan of the burnt chestnut handle. Super comfortable and grippy when it's wet. Still smooth and nice and refined. Number 2 is my Konosuke Tetsujin 210mm Gyuto. This one is ironclad Aogami 2. Fantastic edge retention, takes like a really keen edge super easily. This guy's just a beautiful knife. It's got tons of banding in the iron. Really nice geometry on the grind. Just ghosts through everything. Super comfortable handle and just gorgeous knife to look at and use. Yeah, for the Tetsujin, I actually picked this guy up secondhand. Wasn't in the greatest shape, so I did a little bit of refinishing on it. Really nice rounded butt on the handle. Something you don't see in too many knives outside of Konosuke. This guy's got a super interesting clad line down at the bottom here. Kind of jagged and then smooths out. It's not quite a perfectly rounded spine, but it's kind of knocked down in the corners and then flat at the top, but it just feels really smooth in hand. This is something I've tried to do on spines when I'm refinishing them though, and it's a lot harder than it looks to get it nice and consistent and even on both sides, so super impressive how consistently they pull this off. Not something you see a lot of sharpeners do. And last but not least is my Moritaka Petty. This guy is 130mm. I have 135 maybe. I've had this for 7, maybe 8 years now. Seen a good amount of use. Lost a bunch of its Karuchi just from washing it down over time. It's a pretty reactive knife, so definitely had some rust on here that's been scrubbed off before. Solid knife. Use it for lots of light boning work if I'm doing anything small. This is the only knife I have here today that was ever used professionally. These are more recent acquisitions, but this guy always held up super well. Easy to sharpen. Not the biggest fan of the handle on here, if I'm being honest, but that's something I might get Gage to make a custom for. But all right, those are 3 of my favorite knives. And next we're gonna take a look at Jake's kit.
All right, thanks, Ben. I know you had a lot of knives to pick 3 from, so good choice. I had some steep competition on the knife rack. I'm gonna start with my most recent addition, which is a Hirohira Tagashi 180mm Chakabocho made out of Shirogami number 2, which was sold to me with a stainless steel cladding, but I'll get a close-up and you can see that it is getting a patina. I would have preferred if it was ironclad, so this kind of works out in my favor, or maybe this is just a really mild stainless. This guy's an absolute monster. I really wanted to like Nikiri's, but I didn't. I don't know why. I know Gage has his, I can't talk about that yet. It's a secret. As my most recent acquisition, I've certainly been using this more than any other knife in my kit. This is the most fun knife I've ever used by far. I look for excuses to use this knife. I use this knife on tasks that is not the most practical for, just because it is so goddamn fun. I don't know if I can say that. I admit I am not looking forward to polishing this guy because it's big and it's a little bit on the heavier side. Maybe my brother Ben can do that. But yeah, this is my most recent acquisition. Definitely the most fun knife I have in my kit. The Tagashi 180mm Chakabocho. All right, up next is the Gage that I picked up from Tosho's first Tosho 22 run. I was actually not lucky enough to get this because when they dropped, they sold out like that. I was going for one of the Giros, but my brother has the trigger finger and it dropped on my birthday, so he forwarded it to me. Gage means like the 5 elements in Buddhism.
What are the 5 elements, Jake?
The 5 elements are earth, wind, fire, water, and void. And I got void because that's really cool. And also it was the only one that was left. Not that it's worse. Void, however, is meant more so to be like the heavens and everything in outer space, kind of, not like the dark things. And it is said to be the most powerful of the elements. So the smith that made this was actually a swordsmith, and then it was sharpened and polished by Ivan Fonseca of Tosho by hand, which makes this a really special buy. This guy's made out of Shirogami number 2 with a stainless cladding. It's got a really nice shield shape handle. So octagonal kind of on half and then oval on the bottom with a really nice horn handle, or horn ferrule, sorry. Chestnut, burnt, came with this really nice fitting Magnolia Saya. And the grind on this knife is absolutely awesome. He did a really, really great job convexing the bevels in. I've touched up a couple times just behind the edge on a natural stone, and being completely honest, I'm also not looking forward to sharpening this one and messing up the lovely polish on it. But this thing cuts like a monster. It's a midweight, but it still goes through carrots and sweet potatoes really, really nicely. So this has been my go-to Gyuto since I got it in December last year. So this is a Sakai Byakko 270mm Yanagiba, again made out of shirogami with an iron cladding. Really, really nice handle on this guy, made out of ebony with black horn, and then it's got the butt cap on it as well. There's this really nice black lacquered saya with it. This is like the sentimental one, I guess, because I got this on a trip when I went out to Vancouver, which was the first time I stopped by at a knifeware, and I saw this guy, and I figured I was by the ocean, so I needed to leave with a Yanagiba to cut fish with. I rarely use this knife, if I'm being completely honest. It's cool, it's fun thing to have in the kit. It's definitely something flashy to bring out when I have friends over, or if I'm having like a date night or something and I want to carve up a nice piece of meat. It's really cool for that. I use it maybe once a month. It's still one of my favorite knives. It looks really sweet on the rack, and in use it's awesome. This is another Togashi, just like the Chikabocho is. Also made out of shirogami, which if you watched our previous video on steel types, shirogami actually rated the lowest, but all three of my favorite knives are shirogami, so what do we know? I'll get some B-roll of this so you guys can see there's still a little bit of low spot. I'm not chasing it out. It's part of the life of a single bevel knife is that when you get it, it takes some time to get the bevels kind of where you want them to be and in a place where you can just touch them up really quick. It already has that, but aesthetically, it needs a little bit more love, but it's getting there over time. There's my 3-piece kit. So now I'm gonna hand it over to Dad.
Thanks, Jake. Pretty sweet kit there, man. So let's talk about what I've got in my kit. First of which we're going to talk about is the Yu Kurosaki Fujin Aogami Super Gyuto 240mm with the stainless cladding. Beautiful Wenge octagonal handle. This is the series we probably get the most requests for. I really hope we can get some more of these in, but Kurosaki-san has been focusing a lot on stainless steels recently, so I don't know that we'll have any of these anytime soon. So I feel pretty lucky that I have this knife. I use it a lot. I wouldn't say that it's my go-to blade, but when we're doing steak nights or we have friends over for dinner, I find myself using this guy quite a bit. I got this knife as a return. We sent this out to someone, they were unhappy with it. I don't know why, to be honest with you, but I was happy to take it into my collection. When we got it back, it had a couple chips and stuff on it. So Ben, the manager over at the Hamilton location, has done a lot of work on this guy. It is looking absolutely beautiful, really nicely polished bevels on it, no chips or anything, and it's razor, razor sharp. Next knife is my Shirokamo Aogami Super with a stainless clad Nakiri.
It's a secret.
This is another knife we get a ton of requests for, and again, I feel very lucky that I have this in my kit. The Nakiri is a really fun, cool shape. This one is particularly cool because of the height of the blade. It's about 60mm, or maybe a touch more if I remember correctly. And I don't know why I like a tall Nakiri, but it just makes it a lot more fun to use. I guess maybe because you get a little bit more travel for your guide fingers. A little bit of a sweeping tip towards the tip here, but a nice flat spot here. I use this knife a ton. I would say I use this knife more than any other. I haven't been doing a ton of cooking lately, other than like grilling outside. But every morning when I make a sandwich, I use this knife to slice my pickles and my cucumbers and all that sort of stuff. And I do get a ton of use out of it for dinner, making salads and stuff like that. Super, super cool knife. Last but not least, certainly, this guy has a bit of sentimental value to me. This is the Takamura R2 red handle petty. It was once 135mm. I would say it's probably closer to like 125, 130 at this point. This is the only knife that I'm showing you guys that is a remnant of my professional knife kit. This I picked up, I think, about 10 years ago from a shop in Toronto called Knife. Wonderful people over there at Knife. And this knife has served me very well. When I first got it, it was crazy thin behind the edge. This thing's an absolute laser. When I was working at Grace in Chicago, I worked the meat station there for a lot of time. So I was breaking down a lot of like squab, rabbits, all sorts of different proteins. And I didn't have enough money back then to to get a whole bunch of different knives. So I had, very similar to what I have here now, a 3-piece kit with a larger gyuto, a bunka, and then this guy. This guy did all my butchery for me, all of my garnish work. It's relatively easy to sharpen. It's very nimble. It feels great in the hand. So yeah, there you have it. My top 3 knives. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a comment down below letting us know whose knife kit is the best. Maybe you would take one piece from one person's kit and another piece from another person's kit. If you want to do like a little mix and match best kit out of all of our knives down below in the comments, that would be awesome. And maybe you want to tell us what your 3 knives are in your kit. We would love to hear from you, so leave a comment down below. If you like this video, like it. Subscribe to our channel for more knife-related content, and until the next one, stay sharp.